The day is May 6, 2017, and I didn't know it then, but I will forever remember this day better than any day in my life. I'm competing in a mall, which is when the bigger guys, we group together and we push as a single unit to advance the ball. And I'm a big guy. I push people. This is what I do. I move people that don't want to be moved. And we're just 5 meters out from scoring. I'm practically drooling here on this field thinking, let's go, Robert, drive this thing in. I get pressure from the side, an arm lock around my neck that's pinning my chin to my chest. And I get illegally rowed all the way down to the ground until I close my eyes, I grip my teeth, and then snap. My face slams against my chest, and I immediately can't feel or move anything below my neck. I'm lying there in complete terror, looking at my numb and limp body, doing everything I can to get up, but I can't move. After this, I get rushed to the hospital. We took some medical imaging, all to have the doctor come back and say the worst thing that anybody could ever hear. He said, Robert, your injury's bad. The reality is, you're never gonna walk again. You're never gonna move your hands, and we're gonna do our best so you can do something like pick up a piece of pizza and bring it to your face. If you can do that, you beat the odds. If you can do that, you made it. Now, my doctor also recommends surgery to me. He says it's my best chance at stability, but it's a potentially life-threatening surgery. But I needed to do this. It was my only chance at anything. So, I say goodbye to my family, get rolled into the operating room. I say my prayers, I close my eyes, I open them, and the surgery couldn't have gone better. The doctor totally did it, but I can't swallow anything. And I got pneumonia, and I can barely even breathe. For the next 6 weeks, I've got to fight for my life. Now, since I couldn't swallow anything, I couldn't eat or drink. I had to be fed in a tube up my nose. All those years I put into building up my physical strength, building up my size, it's shot. I lose 60 pounds in the first month. But we don't accomplish anything important by ourselves, and there was not a single moment that I spent alone. I'd have family, friends, and complete strangers come up to visit me, giving me their love, giving me their support. My mom slept on the chair by my bedside every single night. She was someone to talk to. She'd itch my nose when it itched, and she'd wipe my tears when I cried. I could not have done it without her. I could not have done it without all that support. I wasn't doing well, but I was fighting through it. After this, I started thinking about where I'm gonna rehab, and we wanna go to the best facility in the United States, and that was Craig Hospital in Denver, Colorado. The thing with Craig Hospital, this was a really special place. And these staff, they looked at me and they saw potential, not some broken body. For the next 6 weeks, for the next year, actually, I fought for everything. And it's 8 to 9 hours of intense rehabilitation. It's the hardest I've ever worked at anything in my life. But a year later, I went from no motion at all, twitching a finger, twitching a toe, to leaving that hospital more optimistic and ready to take on my future than I ever had been. That journey was long and it's difficult and it's not over yet. But after just 1 year of being injured, I've returned back to UC Berkeley. I'm accomplishing my goals. Goals that I've had for my entire life, back into the Haas School of Business, making my life happen. Because I didn't admit defeat, I had hope. And hope is so powerful. I can't even tell you how happy I was when I could wiggle my toe for the first time. For 6 weeks, I was staring at this thing, trying to get it to move, and I was just getting nothing. 6 weeks. That one special day in June of 2017, when I got just a flicker of movement out of just one of my toes, was one of the happiest moments of my life. Here I am, I'm sitting in my bed. I got a grin ear to ear, wiggling my toe. Totally huge moment for me. All these things I one time took for granted, I realized that they were some of the most important things in my life. I've done things that doctors, trained professionals told me would never happen again. They said, Robert, forget it. I did those things. I was really honored last year when I returned back to UC Berkeley and the football team wanted to give me a good old warm welcome. I worked really hard for this and I had to channel all my belief. I think what I did that night Nobody thought it was going to happen. We got 50,000 people here cheering their butts off. This is a pretty cool moment. Maybe what happened to me on May 6, 2017, it's not the worst thing that ever could have happened to me.